So amidst all of the hype and hoopla of the Game Awards 2023 and well, Nintendo not really showing up at the event, Nintendo decided let's bestow upon our Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack members a holiday gift, a Christmas miracle, if you will, because they added not one, not two, but three Nintendo 64 games last night to Nintendo Switch Online. So when retro stuff hits, of course I have to make fun of it and ruin your childhood and your childhood games. Now, the three games in question are Harvest Moon 64, Jet Force Gemini, of course, the rare game of this, and 1080 Snowboarding, which I have very fond memories of playing as a child, but I have not touched in a long time. We're not going to look at Harvest Moon 64. You obviously have to spend a lot of time in Harvest Moon games. Yes, I used to like cozy games before they jumped the shark. Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, The Legend of the River King, until they became like weirdo stuff. Like, I liked them back in the day. So we're going to focus primarily on Jet Force Gemini and 1080 Snowboarding. So let's check out 1080 Snowboarding first. This is a game that I spent a lot of time with Tommy Hilfiger. Like, that was just a time frame. And yeah, you got that Nautica, you got that Tommy Hilfiger. Oh, this looks nice. This looks nice because this game, graphically, control-wise, has kind of aged. I always felt a bit like Milk. Go and play the original with no sort of texture enhancements or anything like that, and it's not exactly the easiest game on the eyes. I always went with this board. I don't know why. I always thought this board looked kind of cool, though, as a kid. Like, if I had a snowboard, that's what I would want. But let's see. Crystal Lake, Jason Voorhees is going to come and kill us at some point in time. I don't remember these controls. I mean, honestly, like, this is running rather nice. You know, I'm not expecting it to be, you know, a fantastic experience or anything like that, but it looks good. Like, this game definitely was a blurry N64 game, but I think this looks actually really nice. You can see like the details in the jacket, like as I gain speed here, kind of fluttering in the wind a little bit. And, you know, I'm not obviously doing like 1080s or anything like that. I'm not really, oh god, I hate shit there. I'm trying not to focus, you know, on the trick side of things. This is more of just, you know, it's a race essentially. I missed the jump there. I wanted to be cool and look like a cool guy playing 1080 snowboarding, and I completely missed the hidden thing here. But I think this is playing and running like better than expected. I actually might like spend some time with this game and revisit it, because when I was a kid, dude, I didn't own it, but I would rent this game all the time because I loved skateboarding. I loved snowboarding, even though I hadn't been at the time of this game's release. That's so cool. That used to amaze me as a kid, the little thing. All right, let's hit a grab here, or not. Let's you know, let's die. That's cool too. God almighty. So, you know, don't don't follow me as you're playing this game. Don't expect, you know, greatness out of here. I didn't even look at the controls or anything like that, and it's been a very long time. But I will say the game is running and looking, you know, pretty nice, honestly, for a game that I don't remember being the best looking game in the world, even at the time of the release. In and out, in and out. When I went snowboarding for the first time, it was me and my dad. We went to the mountains in North Carolina, and he got me a tutor. I was like 16 or 17 at the time. He got me a tutor to kind of teach me stuff, and this dude was like, "Got to go heel side and toe side, heel side and toe side," and I'm like, okay. And then after like 5 minutes, because I was skateboarding for so long, like once I kind of understood like the differences, I was like, okay, I don't need you anymore. He's like, but your dad paid for an hour. And I was like, go friggin' smoke some pot or something, dude. Like I was fine after that. I was actually, you know, snowboard. I wasn't falling or anything like that, but I always remember like, you gotta go heel side and toe side, bro. It's like, shouldn't you be on like a beach somewhere? Like I don't know, like surfing or something. I don't know, but this game is fun. You know, this feels good. It looks good. It's actually a lot more playable than I thought it would be. So, you know, there was some work done to this. I give credit where it's due. Let's check out our next game, though. All right, so next up we have Jet Force Gemini, which is a game that I didn't really play this all that much as a kid. I think I rented it one time, and then I was kind of over the N64 at that point. So I don't really have like a lot of nostalgia for this game. I remember the controls were not that great, and I remember the game was kind of sluggish in terms of frame rate. So this is kind of, I checked it out on a Rare Replay, but I never really played it like seriously. So this is kind of a almost like a first time, I would say. Get up. I'm just trying to mess around with the controls here. Get up, you're gonna drown. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty of the game here. And man, oh god, these, like, the controls are just, how you would normally like play a game doesn't really apply, like, as far as the modern era is concerned. Could I figure it out with some time and effort? Like, maybe, but it just feels so weird. But I almost kind of want to like figure it out, because I think it does look and run like really nice. And this is such a cool kind of N64 game, because of the fact that you never really had games quite like this. Like, yeah, you had 3D platformers and stuff, but you didn't have games that, like, you know, were these sort of like running gun adventure style games. Like, I think that's super cool. And, you know, it's just, I'm sure the Rare Replay version of the game runs more like a modern version, which is kind of a shame. Like, I get Nintendo wants to keep the purity of these N64 games, but like, you're doing texture enhancements to it. Like, why can't you just, you know, fix it so it's a dual stick shooter? Like, this would be a lot of fun if it was a normal dual stick shooter, instead of me having to do this and getting hit. And I'm sure people are like, oh, you just can't control the game. And I mean, it's just because of the fact that this is unlike, you know, what games are right now. And I play a lot of modern games and stuff. Like, I'm probably almost dead here. Figuring out the camera and how to work that's kind of interesting. But I like the premise of this. Like, I think it's cool, but I don't know. I just, you know, as a kid, like, I never really got into this game because it felt a bit dated. And it's still, like, I look like a spaz right now with these controls, just because, like, I don't know, man, they just don't feel extremely smooth. And you could just not target and, you know, just kind of just run around and stuff. But you know, that kind of goes against my intuitions. I actually look a bit better when I don't target, so maybe I should do that. But this is Jet Force Gemini, a game that, oh, save him. Go into this building. No, I'm getting lit up, dude. I'm about to die for real. A game that could definitely benefit from a modern control scheme, so I might just play it on Rare Replay, because I'm pretty sure that there is a modern control scheme in that. I don't really remember. I played it a little bit, but not all that much. But let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. Are you surprised that Nintendo released 3 games, considering sometimes they don't even release 1 game? Because I sure was surprised. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out this video. I'm sorry for my piss poor gameplay of Jet Force Gemini, but it's just a game that feels a little bit wonky. It feels a little bit off in the modern era, but with some time, you probably could get into it a bit more. And as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.